So now that we've got the countertop glued down, we're going to work on finishing and patinaing the sheet. Before you start this process, you're going to want to get the sheet into a uniform state by either buffing or cleaning the sheet. It's hard to use any chemicals because a lot of the chemicals itself will give you spots like 409 or Windex. They'll leave you spots. They'll clean the sheet, but it won't be very uniform. If you want a good uniform look to start with, the best way is probably use a sanding technique or buffing to literally scratch off everything and start fresh. So I'm just going to be using an orbital buffer I got here, and I'm going to start with some 220 grit wet dry sandpaper, and that's really going to help scrape off all the dirt and oils and any imperfections to get kind of a uniform look. So I'm starting with 220 grit, and you can work your way up to maybe to 500 or 1,000 grit, and each of those will give you a different look and texture. This one gives you some like little uniform scratch marks. You could also use other sanders, which would give you different swirl patterns. So there's different combinations of what you could use. But it's just kind of personal choice and for whatever look you want to go for. So here, we're just going to show how you can add different texture to the zinc. What you can do is, you can use any tool. I'm just going to be using a hammer, and you can go by and just kind of hammer in different patterns or designs, whatever you want. And that gives you just that more worn, beat up look. And I'm just going to do this basically on this side of the sheet to kind of give you an idea what it's going to look like. The zinc is very soft, so any tool would basically dent into it very easily. And I'm just going to go back over that with the sander. Got your sheet pretty much the way you want it before you patina it. Make sure you want to clean off all the dust basically, because you just sanded the sheet down, and so that's creating a lot of little zinc dust everywhere, and you want the sheet to be very clean. So you just kind of wipe it down with just water. You don't want to use any chemicals right now. You probably want to do this a few times to make sure you got everything off of it. And you can use some mild soap if you want to help pull off some of the particles. And the advantage of using a thicker sheet is that if you are going to be buffing or sanding it, you've got more material to work with. So that's why we recommend the 027 or thicker, so you have a chance to actually grind it down or sand it down a bit. That's if you use the 020, it'll be a little bit too thin, and you might actually grind or buff right through the sheet. So if you know you want to work with it a lot, or if you want to redo this every few years to get a different look, you might want to go with a thicker sheet. And we did it at a 3-inch center right here that goes all the way down the sheet.